Hey, everybody. Super interesting discussion today with a topic around cybersecurity and Easy DMARC, who are really innovating in this space. Gerasim, how are you?
Good. Doing great. You?
Good, good. Great to have you here. You're in the Netherlands, one of my favorite destinations. Maybe introduce yourself and a little bit about the company and the vision.
Yeah. Thank you, Evan, for having me. I'm Geras. I'm co-founder at EasyDMark. My background is engineering. I spent last 10, 15 years building infrastructures from China to US, large distributed infrastructure, and also spent really good time on cybersecurity, compliance, acted also data protection officer. And during this journey with my co-founder, we have seen that lots of attacks starting from simple fake email.
Mm.
After we discovered that it was actually Verizon data breach investigation report, by Verizon, a 93% worldwide successful attack starting from phishing or were phishing. So we started to dive deeper how to solve this problem. We discovered for us amazing protocol called DMARC, DKIM, SPF. So we started to scratch some scripts after build the platform, after we have seen that we have a system which can solve the problem from command line interface. We put the landing page and the journey begins. Now we provide B2B SaaS solution called EasyDMARC to solve all your email security and deliverability problems.
Well, it's a fantastic approach, really interesting concept. How did the company evolve from when you started? I'm not sure how many years ago it was to now. It seems like there's so much change in the industry and the kinds of attacks. What's been the most significant change from your founding?
Yeah, we started 2018. Since then, it's only 5 years, but the security landscape changed dramatically. Especially during a COVID time, we have seen lots of changes, big changes. And even after COVID, we see that everything evolving in a different way, in a bad meaning. And last year, two important events, I can say, shaped this phishing landscape. The first one, we noticed the large volume of business email compromise attacks.
Mm.
This quantity sometimes brings also quality, and we have seen the huge compromised systems. We have seen the ransomware evolving not daily basis but hourly basis, because
Mm.
phishing is the email phishing is the main distribution vector for the ransomware attack also. So, and the second important event was this generative AI boom.
Mm.
New AI solutions, new possibilities. These are not only good people, not only for good, but also cyber criminals using large language models or AI capabilities to create more sophisticated attacks. Now we can see really good targeted email phishing attacks, which was not possible before. To be honest, even now, I see that it was really much more easier to detect a phishing attack, even on the phone,
Mm.
uh, by grammar mistakes, the poor quality, whatever. But this generative AI now helps cyber criminals to create a really good content, good targeted attacks, and we need some solution to protect from these hackers or cyber criminals.
Indeed. Yeah, it's a very important mission. And yet there are so many different email security solutions and different approaches out there in the market. It's very confusing, very crowded for the customers to navigate through. How do you differentiate yourself or stand out at Easy DMARC in this marketplace?
Yeah. Okay, let me put in this way. Authentication in general is very common in our lives, in our real life, in our digital life. We lock our cars, we have lockers on our doors, in our houses. So it's so obvious. We are talking about digital authentication, we're talking about two-factor authentication is mandatory, etc. But the email, which is only sovereign and independent communication channel in the internet, is not authenticated. Why? We can put tons of solutions there, hardware, software, security frameworks, whatever, but it should be authenticated. Imagine you are receiving an email from Gerasim at easydmark.com and you are not sure it's me or not. You have to have a mechanism to verify the source identity. It is the basics of security. So, and luckily there are these protocols, and with these protocols you can be sure that only authenticated emails can be reached to their destinations. This is not about some maybe very effective and good AI solution which will decide what to allow to your inbox or what to not allow. This is not about cyber criminals, AI created phishing attack. We are not looking or waiting until AI will fight against AI. So this is next generation security approach. We should eliminate these phishing emails when they are entering to your servers. So immediately and not check anything inside your server or inside your inbox. So these protocols allow you to protect from these outbound email phishing attacks, but the problem is there is lack of awareness and it is hard to deploy and it is risky. So our main goal to make DMARC just easy. So deploy email authentication protocol standard without risks, without expert knowledge. That's it.
Well, it's a fantastic value proposition, and clearly it's working. You have over 45,000 customers today. I see on your website. That's very impressive for a young company, to say the least. So talk about the challenges you just mentioned in implementing DMARC. Why is it difficult, and how long does it take to deploy easy DMARC and overcome those, barriers?
Yeah. To have just DMARC protocol is really very easy. It's just one TXT line in your DNS. But lots of organizations, or almost every organization, has no control over their sending sources. Very probably during your life, you implemented some CRM systems, support systems, sales, website, whatever, Google or Microsoft workspaces, etc. And to manage the configurations or the health of all these sending sources, services, IP addresses is really very complicated. If you miss something, if you do something small, very wrong, even very small thing wrong, totally valid emails will be rejected. So this is the hard stuff. It requires diligence, it requires time, and to reach the best security state is hard, but to stay there even harder. So what to do? At EasyDMARC, our goal to make this process really very simple. It takes just several minutes to add your DNS record to start monitoring. DMARC has this amazing capability to start from monitoring, to discover your sending sources, and our data classification algorithm, which is really shows best results, can show you your good sending sources and bad sending sources or attack attempts, whatever. System of after the monitoring stage, system will generate exact configuration instructions and the notifications, exact for your case, and all you need just go step by step to fix the issues. When all issues are fixed and all valid sources are authorized to send authenticated emails, system suggests you to move to the DMARC reject policy, which is the best security state for your domain. After that point, you are announcing to your receivers that you are sending only valid and authenticated emails. The other emails should be rejected. That's it. The system continues constantly monitor, fix the issues, or give you alerts, notifications, what should be done to keep your strict security policies. Of course, this is not only compliance or security, but it dramatically impacts your capabilities to send emails. So after deploying DMARC, DKIM, SPL, these email authentication protocols, the probability of your emails to end up in the inbox instead of spam box will be increased 3 times or several hundred times. It depends in which stage are you are. So, yeah.
Brilliant approach. So you mentioned the rise of AI-generated emails and spam and cyber threats. I mean, how do you and the team stay ahead of that? What's your sort of R&D strategy for staying one step ahead of the bad guys?
Yeah, you mentioned already that we have really big customer base. We are receiving monitoring data points from east to west, more than from 130 countries. Our approach is to always stay outside of the border network and provide this security without access to confidential data. So mathematically, we have no access to this data, to the confidential data or the content of the emails, but we are constantly receiving good amount of data about statuses, about problems, about phishing attempts, etc. And our R&D team constantly uses this data to generate solutions to be able to stay ahead of important events. This generative AIs, yes, it creates huge possibilities for cyber criminals, but cybersecurity companies, we, let's say in this way, we own the biggest data, good data. This is really very unique age in cybersecurity world that because of this data, because of these compute resources, we can go one more step ahead of the cyber criminals. And the cybersecurity or the protection will not be only post-factum mitigation processes of frameworks, but this data and generative AI will allow us to also have solutions which will prevent before incident will happen. So strict protocols, cybersecurity protocols, which will not allow even these fake emails to be delivered. And because of these protocols data, which will allow us to create the next stage, next level of the cybersecurity solutions.
Well said. Well, it's a great approach. And I'm looking at your website here. You have some amazing customers, Ferrari and Acronis here in Boston, the YMCA. Do you have any favorite customer stories, or are you allowed to talk about that sort of thing?
Favorite customer story? Yeah, I can tell. We have seen once someone registered from Latin America and immediately implemented reject policy, which is strict security policy. Someone from our support team, at that time was no automation. It was really very early days. reach out to this address mentioning that we see that your domain implemented strict security policy. We still have no data. Our system is not able to analyze and see you are in the stage to implement this, or you need to start from monitoring and later implement this strict security policy. These are the reasons you should go to monitoring, otherwise this email will be rejected, etc., etc. And apparently, this guy answered us. He was a child. It was family coffee business, and told that we save his life. Otherwise, his father will kill him if emails will be rejected. Their sales will stop, whatever. So it was just a small coffee farm, and we just helped this child to feel really very important in their family business, to protect the family business. And so, yeah, and we started to understand that our goal was to deliver solution easy, without risks, without expert knowledge, and we are on a good way. We are doing it.
That's a wonderful story. Yeah, I mean, cybersecurity incidents can be extinction level events for small companies and even larger companies now. So it is nothing to be ignored. And I notice you do a lot more than email security. I mean, you're involved in compliance and various data protection capabilities, adhering to privacy regulations. Tell us more about that.
Yeah. During these last 5 years, we grown significantly. Now, DMARC is not a 1-2 person shop. Just it's multi-tenant platform which can solve the problem for large organizations. It can be used by managed service providers or IT managed security service providers to help their customers. It can be used by ISPs to monitor the large volume of subnets, even not only just services or IP addresses. And this email authentication is also compliance. Last year, the PCI DSS standard announced that in the next release, we should see that DMARC is mandatory. In October, Google and Yahoo announced that DMARC and email authentication best practices are mandatory for large senders. And since 2018, we see that the government's pushing DMARC protocol. US government started, and Canada, UK, Australia. So we see that there is some good development, and the cybersecurity is not only just deploying one protocol, but all this compliance stack is needed to be stay secure and safe. And we provide these solutions to our customers.
That's a wonderful vision and mission. Maybe look a bit towards the future this year. Any roadmap or other items you can give us a peek into, or share what's on your radar that you can talk about?
Yeah. At the end of last year, we released our Easy Sender, which is to improve email deliverability, not only about security, but
nice.
It will dramatically improve the probability of your emails to end up in the inbox instead of spam box. And we are going to add new features and functionalities in this Easy Sender to simplify the hard journey in email world for businesses. We also have some nice stuff, several features already published in our website, like phishing URL detection, whatever, which will come at the end of year. But for now, this Easy DMARC part, DMARC compliance part, and Easy Sender, which is for increasing revenue, let's say in this way, together, these are really very strong tools which will help businesses to stay safe and increase revenue.
Well said. Any travel coming up? Any events? I know I'm headed to Mobile World Congress. Of course, security is always a big topic there. What else is on your personal, professional itinerary?
We are usually attending cybersecurity conferences. If someone wants to see us, we should be there. The next one, I believe, should be CloudFest.
Germany, good one.
Yeah, should be there. The conferences for managed service providers from ConnectWise, Box8. I don't know the full agenda, but this year will be very active.
Yeah, busy year ahead.
Yeah, RSA is coming also, so yeah.
Okay, well, hope maybe to see you there. I noticed we're both wearing black hoodies. Is that just a stereotype that hackers wear these hoodies? You see in all the advertisements. I think that's a stereotype, right? The good guys are allowed to wear black hoodies as well.
To be honest, I didn't pay the attention. Just our team delivered me this nice white background, and I get this hoodie recently, so decided.
All the advertisements in cybersecurity show a guy in the basement with a black hoodie on. So I don't know. We need to bust that myth. Because the next hacker is probably a 13-year-old girl in India somewhere, not a guy in a black hoodie. But I digress. Thank you so much. Really interesting, insightful discussion. Thanks for sharing your mission and vision. I learned a lot, so appreciate it. And thanks for everyone for watching. Reach out to Easy DMARC. They're doing some great work. The website's very cool. I love your one click. You can test your domain and all kinds of goodies there. So take care. I'll see you out there.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Thanks, everyone.
Spreading DMARC awareness.